Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 8 of Transport Fever 2, the No Loan Challenge, of course. Now, last episode was a bit of a train wreck. No pun intended, but it was a bit of a train wreck. This eastern line sort of imploded on itself. Now, obviously, I said at the end of the episode that I was going to fix it, and I have fixed it. It is now working pretty perfectly. Let me try and give you a bit of a brief run through of what I've actually done. So as you can see, if we get a bit closer in here, I've basically dual tracked the whole way, the whole line, and essentially what we've done. If I go back, let me go back to the start. Let's go back up to Jacksonville, and then we'll go into our lines. So as you can see, our orange line, if we go down here, is our tools line, obviously from the sawmill coming into Jacksonville. And then, of course, it goes down to Springfield and then obviously is picking up the food on the way back. So if I stay in there, we also have the passenger line, which is this sort of lighter green color, greeny yellow color. And they both now use separate tracks up until one point. This is the only place that I essentially couldn't fix. And what I mean by fix is we have a crossover here. I don't know how and I don't know why, but well, I do know why. Obviously, we've got a passenger station here. Now, if this was actually rotated the other way around, I feel like it probably would work. And I also might be missing something as well. But basically, what happens is we have the passenger line come in here. Obviously, we've got signals preventing the trains from, getting in each other's way. So obviously, pick up the passengers from Pueblo here, and then obviously heads back out and joins another separate line. And obviously, the sort of cargo train carrying the tools and going back for the food, essentially, it doesn't bypass it, but it doesn't stop there, obviously, and then it rejoins, and essentially they swap tracks. So as you can see, the orange line is sort of on the left-hand side there, and then it obviously coming out of here goes onto the right-hand side with the passenger line going on the left-hand side. So that happens all the way down, and then of course we head all the way down to Springfield, which is quite a ways away, as you can see here. And then obviously, once again, we've got the cargo line on the outside. I guess the only way that I could actually, now that I think about it, I'm kind of thinking a little bit more. But what we might be able to do with Pueblo, which I'm probably not going to do right now, because I really don't want to tweak it, is we could essentially put a cargo station in here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to mess with it. Anyway. As far as the passenger line, we do have it stopping, oopsies, we do have it stopping back in Pueblo as well, on the return trip. I'm not too sure if it's going to work and actually pick up people, but it does have this here. So it does have a via Jacksonville and then via Springfield as well. So I'm kind of not sure what's going to happen with that. Either way, I had to run the game for a little while, just to basically have enough money to finish double tracking. And then, of course, there is like one section. This section here, as you can see, it does eat quite a bit into the land. And that was super, super expensive and very, very hard to deal with. Actually, it wasn't hard to deal with. It was just expensive. And obviously, when I was, trying to fix up the lines, in the process of trying to fix them up, I had to essentially stop them from actually performing their duty, and therefore we were losing a lot of money, and neither of these two lines were actually making any money as well. So put us in even more of a predicament. Anyway, let's play the game out here, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of a run through of what's going on. Obviously the train is down here. It's actually the passenger train here, heading down a full load of 64. And as you can see, we are earning money. We do lose a fair amount of money every time we have to essentially pay for everything. But obviously, it's sort of like peaks and valleys. Like it goes up and then it drops down. But primarily, we are making a decent amount of money. As you can see there, that was sort of the year that I did most of the fixing up, shall we say. And then, of course, I did a little bit in the next year when I needed a little bit of extra cash to actually finish what was going on. Let's have a look here. How much are we going to make here for a drop-off? Okay, 480,000. I'm wondering if that's everybody on the train. It looks like I don't think it fully emptied. I think there was maybe about 15 people left on. Either way, where's our cargo train? Okay, it's heading down towards Springfield there. I'm assuming it's, yeah, full of tools. That's perfect. Alright, so also in the last episode, I essentially said that I wanted to start running some ships. Which is what I want to do. I do want to do it. I'm just a little bit scared because of that last episode and the encounter that we had. Just kind of also hoping everything's going pretty well over here. I'm not too sure if Oxnard's actually growing. I mean, it says that it kind of is. And I mean, I think they've definitely done a little bit of expanding over here. There's lots of interesting crossroads going on here. Oh, interesting. We've got some new trucks. Steam flatbed and the steam tarpaulin. So I think we might actually upgrade our stuff, our trucks, our vehicles. Just as I, sort of refamiliarize myself with the rest of the map here. We have a lot of food up here. So let's do... I mean, we were kind of struggling with this food line that was going into Atlanta. So let's do that. Let's go to the Atlanta grain food. How many? We got 19 vehicles on this line. Let's do 10. Let's do 10 of them, and let's upgrade them with these new trucks. That can only carry 6, as opposed to 5, and it's going to cost us about 500,000. Anyway, there we go. There's some new trucks. Let's have a look at them. Do we have any around? There's one right there. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. Anyway, so they can now carry 6 at a time, which I'm hoping will be more beneficial. Also worth, yeah, we're still not really producing enough to upgrade these. But at the same time, I could probably do with upgrading these trains. I'm assuming they're probably pretty... Or I'm assuming they're in relatively bad condition. Anyway, let's not worry about it too much. I do want to just go and have a look at some of the other lines. Probably this one. Now, there was something that I was forgetting. Because obviously the food isn't building up here, is it? Now, is that because we don't have... I'm assuming that's because we don't have a line set up. Let me pause it here real quick, because we need to get production going here, and we need to get some food built up so we can take it back to Jacksonville. So, what we're going to need to do is go into Jacksonville itself. I did actually put a truck depot here. Did we already have that line? I don't think we do. Jacksonville food. Hold on, maybe we do. Maybe I did set it up. I can't really remember. And I keep clicking off. Okay, so I do actually have the stop there. Interesting. Kind of wondering why that's not producing any food then. Because obviously these guys are dropping off grain. Let me play it out. Maybe, I mean, it says that it's connected to it, so I don't really understand why it's not working. Let me maybe try and get a road in here. Just see if it does anything. Let's do that. It's still not producing anything. Okay. I'm a little bit confused about that. Let's find Jacksonville tools. Yeah, see, it should be loading up on food. Then obviously unloading the food once it gets to Jacksonville. I'm a little bit confused by that. Anyway, we've got a lot of passengers waiting. But it really would be great if we could get that food production up and running. Do I not have any vehicles on this line, perhaps? Is that the problem? That might be the problem. Let's double check that. Let's take that off. And we want to go down to Jacksonville food. That would be the problem. Okay, I finally figured it out. Let's grab a few vehicles onto that line, because I'm assuming that's probably the reason why. Let's chuck those onto Jacksonville food. And now I'm assuming that it might hopefully start producing something. Once we actually get some more grain in. Let's see. Is it going to do anything? Please. Please do something. It's shipping. I think it's worked. Has it worked? Maybe. Maybe? Maybe not. Why is this guy waiting here for? Alright, I'm still a little bit confused as to why that's kind of not working. It does say that it's shipping something. Yeah, I'm really confused about that. And we have a lot of grain down here. I really want to get this up and running. Alright, what I think we'll do, because we will eventually get this up and running. Let's, we've got 3 there. So what's this line? This must be the Pueblo grain. Let's just upgrade all these. I mean, we may as well. So they can be, I guess they can be that one. Is there any difference? There's no difference. Let's go with the tarpaulin trucks. Alright. And hopefully, like, most of these guys are sort of on their way back. So they'll all fill up to about, well, they'll all fill up to 6 grain. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why this isn't working. Find it pretty strange. Anyway, okay, let's move on to something else, because we really need to kind of do that. Now, I did say that we wanted to try and get some steel production up and running. Now, we can do that. Obviously, we could use our ships to go here to the Mesa Steel Mill. But I kind of feel like that's pointless, because we've kind of got better options over here. And I've noticed that when I was setting up the Eastern Line, or fixing up the Eastern Line. As you can see, we've got iron ore, we've got coal, we've got a steel mill over here for Jacksonville. And we've also got the machines factory over here. So essentially what we could do is have our planks run from here across here and obviously down to here. Could set up a train for that and essentially have it run past the forest, or maybe both for us? Probably not both, but at least this one, so we could essentially get something out of it on the way back. And obviously this one will essentially supply, hopefully, this sawmill with more planks, with more wood to you know, offset the greater demand of planks that we're going to need to make some machines. Now, of course, with the machines, we can essentially just take them straight into Jacksonville, or we could take them to Pueblo. I think even Springfield needs them as well. So all three of our major eastern cities do need machines. So I feel like maybe we should do this next. It's going to take a lot of work. Obviously, like I said, we'll need a train line running from the planks back down around here. And then we're also going to need, I'm thinking, vehicles. And we'll go coal mine. We'll probably make a bridge over the train tracks and go into there. And we'll use our vehicles there. And then we'll also probably do something over here as well. I mean, we could just have them go through town. Just like that. Or we might try and divert them a little bit more and have this road come out a bit more. Maybe join up to here. Something like that. So let's do that. Let's go with vehicles. We will let the game continue itself. So let's go with some truck stations. And of course, we want these bad boys. I mean, I don't really want them too far away or too close for that matter. I feel like just kind of here would be fine. Let's go right there for that one. Then, of course, we need one down here as well. Let's turn this bad boy around a little bit. And sort of as close to this side that we can get it, the better, I think. Because I think I will have the road run off that side. Like I said, we'll make a little bridge coming over this way. Actually, I'm not sure. Do I want to go... it's actually a bit of a tough one. It's kind of in a weird spot, or it's got a weird position. So then again, we'll go another truck stop over here. This one, we'll just rotate it nicely. Can essentially go... I mean, right there is kind of nice. So we'll chuck that bad boy there. Alright, let's fix up the roads. I'm not sure if we need to do anything here. I think that they'll be fine running straight around. I don't really want to put in anything too special. What I would maybe like to do is put a bridge in here. But that could obviously... Alright, let's try and do a bridge. Okay. Alright, so first things first. Get rid of this. We can keep it from there. And I think I want a 4-lane street, because I don't really want to have to go back and fix this up. So let me go with this type of road here. And I would like it to go the other way. For some reason it can't do that. I guess we need to actually go up. Let's go up high. Right there looks about good. And then we'll start to go down. That looks very wonky. Hold on. Very, very wonky. Alright. I guess in a way I want it to go straight to about there. Probably best if I just zoom it in. And I can actually see sort of what level I want to keep it at. That gets very strange right there. I mean, I think that is perfect. Like that. It is kind of a decent sort of level that it's coming in at. Or it's kind of like a strange... I guess right there. It's kind of high. I've noticed that. It is very high. And I guess again, we may as well go down. How far do I want to go? How far is that one? Let's go to about there. And then start going down. I'll tell you what, it's a pretty ugly looking bridge. But I've never actually really done bridges. I don't think I've ever actually gotten too much further in time before sort of testing out something different. Just really don't like that little tiny bit there. The rest of it kind of looks okay. Like it's fairly flat there. Then obviously has a relatively nice decline. We'll go with that. Don't like this bit here though. The way that it connects up. Let's get rid of that. All right, we're gonna fix it properly. We're gonna do it properly. Maybe I'm not going to be able to do it. Obviously, they're different types of roads. So that might be a bit of a problem. Anyway, I guess we'll leave it like that for now. And hopefully this side will be easy to make. Let's just go with a 2-laner over here. And I think I want to keep it straight. Actually, do I want to keep it... Let's go this way. Like that. Yeah. Go like that. And then go to about there. Okay. I guess we will have to just do it like this. Bring it down. That's fine there. And then I think we want to start going down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That looks much better than the other one, to be honest. Kind of doesn't, actually. It's also still pretty strange there. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. Let's head up this way. Why does that want to make a tunnel? Why do you want to make a tunnel, buddy? Ooh. I think we got some ugly ground here. I think we got some really ugly ground. Hold on. What's going on? Not that bad. What's... Let me jump out of there for a sec. What on earth is happening? Go for one of those. And then let's go much further. Now I don't really want it to be that straight. If that makes sense. Although it is kind of working. It does cut through a lot of land. But that's actually relatively cheap. It's only 340,000. I mean, if we're going to do it, we may as well try and get the best out of it that we possibly can. Which would literally be all the way to there. I know it's kind of not necessary for it to be a medium street. We could just do a dirt road or country road. Which essentially is a lot faster. So let's do that instead. Obviously the bridge here kind of makes sense. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, there we go. Set up. So We've got the iron ore going a little bit through Jacksonville with our ugly, ugly looking bridge. And we've got a bit of a nicer bridge. It's not that much better, but it's okay. It's relatively good. I do think we'll need a few more vehicles on this line than we will on that one, just to kind of get the rate to be better. And this, I mean, this is kind of like a highway, I guess. It's very straight, very unimpeded, I guess. It does cut into the land quite a bit. Okay. So we're going to need, again, we're going to need the steel to be coming back this way. And then I guess going down to the machines factory. So, anyway, let's get this going into here first, because I think that's the most important thing. We do have a depot over here, but it is kind of far away for these guys, so I might actually put another road depot in over here. And we'll get this one sorted out as well. I think right there is perfect. Okay. So we are going to need to set up two separate lines. So this one's going to be, I guess, Jacksonville coal to steel mill. Obviously, that's going to be a V for vehicles because we're going to run trucks with it. And that one's kind of good. So let me find that again. And we're going to add number 1 and simply just number 2. Nice and easy. And let's just do loading up on coal, unloading coal for this one. Very basic, very simple, but, you know, it's going to essentially do what it needs to do to get the steel production up and running. So, let's buy... I think we'll start off with... Let's go 8. 8 of these trucks. Put them all onto Jacksonville coal. Let's get them all coloured into this nice sort of dirty brown baby food colour. It's kind of what it reminds me of. Okay, so up next we'll go to the depot up here. Actually, we need to set up the iron ore line first. So this one's going to be Jacksonville iron to steel mill. And again, another V for vehicle. There we go. I did not mean to do a new line there. So yeah, Jacksonville iron station number 1, and of course going over to there number 2. Probably could have set up 2 different truck stations over there, just to keep them out of each other's way. But it should be fine. And what we'll do out of here, we'll just buy 6 vehicles, 6 trucks, and those 6. What color are they? Kind of that color, isn't it? And we'll chuck all those guys onto our iron line. Okay. So that's going to get us something going over here. We'll get some steel created. Well, we'll get it created once we've set up the next line, which is obviously going to have to go over here. We might have to do some configuring here. I've never actually configured a truck station before. So let's do this. Now we want to have street connection that can be used as an entrance only. So maybe what we do... Maybe we don't do that. Anyway, let's go some more cargo in here, because we're probably going to need it. So let's kind of max it out a little bit. 4 is kind of more than what I do usually. So we'll see how that goes. What I could do is maybe have an exit coming out of there. Out of the back here. Just so... Yeah, let's try and do that. Just so, like, the iron ore trucks don't have to come back out this same entranceway. So yeah, that should be pretty perfect over there. I'm wondering... Should I have another exit over here, perhaps? Let's do an exit there. I want to kind of see what that does. So let's get out of that for a second. Grab a dirt road and connect it back up to there. And now I want to let's have a look at the lines and see what's happened. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. This thing's not doing absolutely anything at the moment. But as you can see, these trucks are now exiting out through there, which is preventing them sort of coming back in this way. Essentially, they're only going to be in the whole truck's way on their way in, obviously not on their way out. And the coal trucks obviously need to essentially use the exact same entrance and exit. Looks like we can't get rid of that unless maybe I do it in configuration. What did that do? That did something really strange just then. I have not, like, deleted this whole side of the... Yeah, that was really weird. Let me get out of that. It looks like it's still working. Hopefully it kind of is. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. Okay, maybe I shouldn't really mess with things too much because we've actually got things sorted out rather well. So we got the 6 trucks coming out of there. Perfect. Alright, so one more route or line to set up. Actually, we first of all need to get our truck station in over here. Let's get this bad boy in over here. I mean, there's pretty perfect, I guess. We'll go right there. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I was just kind of looking to see if we'd have any roads that we could create that'd be a little bit better. But I think it's fine. Okay. Alright, so let's set up this one. This one's going to be called, I guess, Jacksonville Steel. 2 machines. And once again, we're simply just going to use vehicles for this whole line, essentially. This whole industry that we're trying to get set up here. And once again, we need to actually... so we're going to need to go from there to there. Obviously, loading up on our steel. If I can find steel, where is it? I feel like I'm blind. There it is. So loading up on steel. And then, of course, unloading the steel once we get to the machines factory. Okay. So I guess with that one, let's just grab another 2 vehicles for now, and we'll get that set up as well. They're going to need to be a nice purple color. Is it dark purple? I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. It's actually a lighter purple. Anyway. Okay, so they're going to go on there, and they'll be taking the produced steel from our coal and our iron ore. We're probably going to need more vehicles, because it is actually 2 iron ore and 2 coal for 1 steel, so it's pretty expensive in relation to its resources. Alright. I mean, it does kind of look pretty good. I'm kind of happy with this, how this has turned out so far. Let's play the game, and let's see what happens with it. Obviously, we've got some iron ore being produced there, which is good to see. And of course, we've got some coal down here as well. What I might actually do is configure this right now, because we're definitely going to be losing coal. So let's chuck a couple more on that one, and then let's go up to the iron ore as well. And configure this bad boy here. Chuck 2 more on there. Okay, I think that looks relatively good. That should be going. Alright, obviously, like I said, the next thing we need to sort out is a possible train line from the planks, which we already do have a train line set up, of course, this could really cause some more headaches. Now, we could just set up a double track, and then I guess try and have this guy... We could essentially get rid of this line here for now, and have, or at least bring it back, have this guy go into the second cargo platform here, and then obviously this first one that it's currently on, we could then swing that bad boy around and come off this way and head down. And yeah, head down that way. So come out of there. Maybe we'll go around this one, sort of across there, around the back of the Jacksonville Forest. Come down. Obviously, there'll be a station here to pick up the wood at the Mesa Forest on the way back. But obviously, it'll come back down. Probably should have left that side free and put the truck depot there. I might pause it, and we might do that actually right now. So let me demolish you for a second. And then we'll put you back, but on this other side. So let me get you nice and sorted out. Let's go right there. So we have a little bit of room to play with at the back here. Alright. We can play again. We can play. We are getting very, very close to 1900, which is nice. We're only, what, 5 years away? What are the finances looking like? How much we're not making too much per year. We're really not making too much per year. Interesting. But obviously, you know, we've been investing a lot, so it kind of goes without saying, I guess. I still really want to do some ships. And I know maybe some of you guys want some ships as well. We just don't have a lot of water. That's kind of the only problem. And there's not a lot by the water as well. We've got another... Actually, we've got another sawmill here. Like I said, this is a nice triangle right there. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, at some stage, we will have some ships going along here, picking up the iron and coal, taking it into this steel mill over here in Mesa. But I felt like this one was just a little bit easier. Obviously, having the machines here, they can easily be transported either to Jacksonville or to Pueblo, a little bit further down. Now, how we're going to transport them, we're probably going to use a train. I don't really want to connect it to here, because obviously that's going to cause a lot more problems. Interesting. Over here, we've got this line as well. For fuel that we could set up. I'm not exactly sure where we would take it, though. Yeah, I don't really know where we would take it, actually. I did say Oxnard. Yeah, we were thinking about doing that, weren't we? So we have a little train here. And again, I guess we would have the crew just running to the oil refinery. And then we could have, I guess, the oil refinery to the fuel refinery. And then over to Oxnard. That's a big body of water to cross, though. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit scary. Now that I think about it, this fuel refinery here, our first ever line, would have actually been really, I guess, decent for us to possibly try and get some oil shipped up there. Some refined oil. But there's no real refined oil oil refinery. I mean, I guess there's this one here, which is relatively close to the water. We could actually make the water come in a little bit more there as well. Would be very, very expensive, but it's another idea. I mean, I guess finally what we also could do... I mean, we've got a lot of tools here. Maybe we do this. Let's actually do this. Let's have a... Let's ship some more tools, and we'll ship them from there, which is sort of overproducing at the moment, and we'll take them to Garden Grove up here by boat, because they're literally like on the water essentially here, which is pretty cool. So let's do that. We got 3.6 million. Now, haven't really gone into you know, ships and sea transport. Let's put it that way. But I think we could do a decent job. Let me turn that there. Let's get that lined up. It's actually going to line up pretty well. I'm wondering if here might be better, though. Right there. I mean, I guess... I mean, right there would kind of be perfect. But that's passenger, isn't it? Okay, let's go for cargo. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure if we get a truck stop in there, it should do a decent job. Alright, so that's there. We'll get a truck stop there, a truck station, and a truck stop in Garden Grove itself. They've also got a oil refinery there. Got lots of crude up here. We could do something interesting as well, I've just noticed. I've got lots of ideas like going through my head. Just seeing all this crude up here, we could have 2 trains running crude into here, and then have all of the crude, and have 2 trains running back and forth here, and then have 2 trains running the refined oil up to this chemical plant to make us some plastic. And then we could have another train running the plastic up here to the goods factory. But again, we'll also need some steel for that. And there is actually some steel over here. There is a steel plant over there. A steel mill. And there is some iron and some coal. Double coal here, actually. I suppose there is also another iron mine over here as well. Some very interesting stuff. Anyway, let's get our ship up and running, because I've been talking about ships for 2 episodes now. And I definitely think it's time. Anyway. Alright, so... the only problem with this is... we're going to get a cargo dock here. However... it's obviously not going to reach there. So we're going to have to get... yeah, that's a tough one. We're going to have to get vehicles running the tools back and forth, I guess, so we can supply up there as well. Alright, I don't want it too far out in the water. I feel like there's kind of fine. Let's do that. The land is very, very strange around that area. Okay. So. Grab a road. Let's have you run right from there to there. Yes. And let me have a look at something. Does that... It reaches. Now, are the tools going to go straight to the dock? That's my question. I don't think they're going to go straight to the dock. But I kind of want to test it out anyway. Kind of want to test it. So, we also need to buy a shipyard as well, which we can essentially just put right next to this. I might want to put it over here, though. Just so it's a little bit out of the way. Let's grab that. Now, let's see what ships we've got. We haven't looked at these at all, to be honest. So we got 4 cargo ships. We got the Rigi, the Wilhelm, sorry, the Danera Castle, and the Zoroaster. The Zoroaster, obviously, that's out. It's only fuel, or only oil and fuel. We've got the Danara Castle, which is everything, with our 100 capacity, so 2 compartments. We've only got a 70 capacity for the Wilhelm. And the Rigi is 70, but it's very slow. Actually, it's the same speed. I think we want to go with the Danera Castle. Huh, interesting. Danera Castle can actually do people as well. Yeah, very strange. It's kind of cool, actually, but yeah. I think we'll go with it. There is a bit of a price difference. I mean, we could go with that guy. A lot slower, though. Well, it's not a lot slower, but it's less powerful. It's powerful, or power is a lot lower. Alright, let's just go for one of these. It's kind of an experiment. I just want to try it out. Let's grab you. We'll leave you there. We need to get a new line in as well. So new line, and it's going to be, I guess, Jacksonville Tools. To, what is the place called? Completely forgotten the name of the town. Garden Grove. Okay. Jacksonville Tools to Garden Grove. And of course, if we can fit it, we'll do a B for boat. Or maybe... I'm already doing B for bus. What do I want to do? S for ship, I guess? It doesn't matter because you can't see it anyway. But there we go. Alright. Let's put that bad boy onto that line and let's see what happens. Let me grab here. We've got 1 ship. And let's put you onto that line. And hopefully we'll see something happen. Otherwise, that's going to be kind of an expensive purchase without any profitability from it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't appear to be doing anything. It's in its range, though, so I find that super strange. Where's the boat as well? Did I not put it? Why isn't it not going on that line? I know why it's not. All over the place today. Absolutely all over the place. Okay. 1 to 2. There we go. We also need to get that side sorted out. No path for big ships. Oh. Or large docks. Oh, okay. It's a very simple and easy fix. All we have to do is configure here. And build a large dock. Can I not just add? Large dock, there we go. Hold on, configure. And we need to demolish that part. And we will build a large dock. Okay, there we go. That's the problem I needed to sort out. And we need to do the same here as well. Okay. Let's grab this guy, configure him as well. Delete the small dock there. Cargo large dock. Very expensive. Super expensive. Now, has that messed up the line? Okay, what's going on there? Add station. 1 and 2. What just happened then? Man, what is going on right now? I guess it's still deleting my previous line that I set up there. Very strange. Anyway. We'll let that disappear. Alright, now we can hopefully sort it out. Alright. Why is that? What is going on here now? I'm super confused. Is one of these not... I feel like one of these is probably not cargo. I think this one up here is not cargo. Maybe it is. Alright. Gonna have to do some experimenting off camera, I think. Let me pause it here, because we're running out of money. I guess maybe I should have just got a small ship. At least to test it would have been a smart idea. I'm just kind of wondering why it's... like, we don't even have a cargo option here anymore. Yeah, I find that really strange. Like, it almost feels like it's glitched out. But I'm obviously... I'm assuming I'm probably just doing something wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that these episodes, you know, we're starting to get to the end of the episode, and I'm starting to question myself and the choices I've made during this episode. I feel like a lot of it's been really good, like over here. We've already got steel being made. That's great. However, this is proving to be a bit of a problem. Alright. I don't know what I've done. I've done something. You're probably not going to like this, but I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete you, we're going to delete the ship, and we're going to at least try... We're going to put him back in. Don't get me wrong, we're putting him back in. So let's put this bad boy back in here. We'll get some smaller ships going as well. Alright, right there. Looks perfect. Okay. Let's go back over here. Let's get this bad boy on here as well. Alright, that looks relatively good. Okay. Let's go into our... back into here. We're going to sell this ship. And, got the cargo there. Alright, so let me sort this line back out. Okay, so one... I mean, I probably could have just tried to use the large cargo dock. But let's just get this thing up and running, man. I want to get this up and running before the episode ends. Alright, so let's buy, I guess we'll go... yeah, we'll go with this guy, the Riggy. This one's actually cheaper. It's a little bit slower, but it has more power, and it does take tools. And they do have the same... Let's go with this one, I think. Actually, this one has a longer lifespan. Actually, they have the same lifespan. I don't know. Let's just go with the Riggy as a test. Put it onto that line. Okay, well, that worked. Nice. Now we just need to figure out what we're doing in Garden Grove. We'll put a truck stop down here as well. And we should actually be okay to start doing something, which will be great. So let me put it right over here on the end. Somewhere over here. I want to turn it around a little bit more. It's looking kind of odd. Looking very odd, actually. It's actually odd ground, I think. Let's go right there. Might not be lined up perfectly, but we can get a depot in here as well. Get that up as close as possible. Right there, perfect. Okay. Problem solved. Alright, now we just need a truck unload stop in here somewhere as well. Looks like most of the tools are up there. Let's go right there. That's perfect. It's kind of right in the middle of the town. Alright, once again, we need another new line here. And it's simply just there to there. Very easy. And that is going to be Garden Grove. And it's going to be tools, I guess delivery. Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of works. And again, we'll do a V for vehicle. Okay. So with that one, where is it? Up here. Oh, we've got Garden Grove wood, so that's kind of cool actually. So number 1 is picking up the tools. And then obviously number 2 is unloading the tools. Okay, hopefully this is going to work. I've got high hopes for this. So let's buy 2 of these guys. Let's color them yellow. Drop them onto the Garden Grove tools to delivery line. And hopefully we're going to start doing something. Alright, let's play. Okay, well the boat's slowly coming out of there, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it would be nice to bring something back. There's just kind of nothing. I mean, we could bring crude back, but then there's nowhere to really do anything with crude. I suppose we could unload it here. Ooh, the tools are being made. The tools are being made. It actually reaches. That's perfect. Maybe what I wanted to do right now is wait for a full load. Yeah, let's try that. We do have a refinery over here with no real crude coming in, and we do have a chemical plant down here. Is there no crude around here? There actually isn't any crude around here. Interesting. So we could possibly make a stop here on the way back and then bring the crude oil back down to the dock here and then have, you know, trucks take it up to the refinery, and then we could have another train run down to the chemical plant. But there we go. First ship arrived. And it is waiting at the dock here, which is very cool to see. That looks like a pretty good thumbnail to me. Alright. Well, as you can see, he's very, very slowly filling up with his tools. So I would kind of prefer him to get a full load. We're actually losing tools here on this line now. So we're overproducing. And I think we'll fix that next episode. So that's a pretty long episode. We've gone for pretty much on the hour, more or less. And you know, we've done quite a few different things today. Obviously, I took you through the revamped Eastern Line, finally fixed, as pretty much as good as I could get it. We also set up our first sort of steel production over here, which is great, and we are producing steel. We're also taking it down to the machines. So I think next episode, we'll set up this plank to machines factory to forest back up to planks. We'll set that line up as well. And I guess we'll think about doing something else with the ships over here. Because, you know, we could do something. We could do something. I mean, what we could do is maybe have the ship continue up this way. Up to the forest here. and maybe have it... Well, actually, what we... yeah, interesting. Have it... So it drops off here for tools, goes up here to the forest, picks up a lot of wood, brings it just back down here to the sawmill, picks up whatever planks is there, and then takes them all the way back to the tools factory. Therefore, we're getting a lot more tools out of it, as we're producing a lot more planks. That could be interesting as well. Anyway, it's a kind of a far-fetched idea as well. Anyway, I got a lot of ideas. It's just putting them into practice and sort of having enough money, and essentially making them work as well, because that seems to be a bit of a problem of mine at the moment. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you drop a like before you click away, and of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and make sure you also turn on the bell notifications. I think only 8.4% of my subscribers have the bell notifications turned on. So it'd be nice to get that, you know, up towards 10%. I think that'd be pretty cool. And of course, it helps you guys out as well, as you do get these episodes sent to you in a notification. So that's pretty sweet. Anyways, as always, take it easy and goodbye, guys.